Hi everyone, this is Brenda Rose from mypapercraftinglife.com and I am a creative memories advisor. I wanted to talk to you about this strip of paper right here. This is a piece of artwork that you may be seeing in some of the advertisements for the Scattered Leaves folder, and I wanted to show you how I created that. Okay? First of all, you're going to need your die cutting machine. And there is something that I love about this little machine. First of all, it's, just like 2.5 pounds. It's really light. And secondly, the plates fit in there perfectly. Everything is made so that it just goes in perfectly for you every time. So for this one, I have the embossing base plate and the universal top plate that are 12.5 inches long. Now let's set this aside for a moment and grab the embossing folder, which is called Scattered Leaves, and the piece of paper that I used. No, I didn't use white. I used this nice light green that was in the Croptoberfest paper packet with the dots on it. I thought that might give the leaves some really nice texture, and I have 2 of them because I'm actually going to need 2. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is grab my Potter's Clay ink, and I'm going to open this folder. And you're going to go in the top portion of the folder. So watch your folder when you're using it to make sure that you are getting the nice, you can feel the embossed images in here. That's what we're basically doing, is dry embossing. And you're going to take your ink pad and just let me put it so that it's easier for me, and swipe this ink pad all up and down your folder, just like that. Don't worry about your ink pad or your embossing folder. It can take it. And I'm going to finish with some circles over it because I want those circles to smooth out the lines that were created. So try to get every bit of that embossing folder covered on the top part. I'm going to set that aside, grab my paper and put it in the folder. My paper is 12 by 3. And I'm going to go ahead and open up my die cutting machine, take the embossing plate, the embossing folder, and the universal top plate, and I'm going to put it right in. Now, if you have problems getting it in right away, that's that extra fold on the top of the embossing folder. Don't worry about it. It'll go right in. And we're going to run it through, and let's see what we came out with. Okay. All of that ink from our embossing folder transferred onto this paper. I absolutely love what it did. Now you see I have a little excess right here that didn't get any ink on it. So when I do the second one, I'm going to make sure that I get ink all over that. Now that's just a little bit of, from the pad. It does get a little bit fringed on the edges when you do that, but that doesn't harm any other work. So I'm going to use this for my second one and the other one for my first one. This one that I make here, paying attention to those edges that I didn't get with the ink last time. Oh, this is so pretty. This is such a great technique. And would you ever have thought of inking your folder? Probably inking your folder, you may have seen this before, but on printed paper to make the most beautiful leaf border. and it needs nothing else on it. Now I'm going to go around a little bit to try to get out some of those lines. And I've got all the edges. I'm going to put my paper in, a piece that's exactly the same, 3 inches by 12 inches. Make sure that it's in there. I really can't tape that down because I have ink and am embossing. Put it on my embossing plate, my universal top plate, and sandwich them in there and get it going in my machine. Now, normally my machine would suction down on my table, but I have the craft mat there because I'm using so much ink. Alrighty, let's take a look at this one. Oh my goodness, I just love the ink coverage on that one. I just love how it looks a little bit rustic right in there. That's so pretty. I'm going to set these aside and clean my embossing folder now. And what I do to clean it is just spray it with water. I don't need to run to the sink or anything like that. And I have my microfiber cloth. Oh, you can see it from when I've done it before. And I'm going to set it on my microfiber cloth with some water on it, fold it over, and just rub this cloth down. And this is going to clean all my ink off the folder. There's just a little bit left right there, and I can do just a small portion of it. The ink wipes off beautifully. It comes off of there beautifully, and you see there's no ink left. Little bit in the crack. How fun is that? That's a great new technique for all of your, and if you have a microfiber cloth, just throw it in the wash. That'll clean right out of there. It's so nice. Now, the reason that I wanted 2 of these is I want to be able to cut out some of these leaves. Let me grab a little micro tip scissors. And I'm going to cut them from random places on here. Oh, the paper feels like soft leather after you've embossed it too. So you're going to like that whole texture. You could probably do some embossed leather. I'm going to do a few here so that you get the whole idea of what this is. I hope that this video creates a lot of excitement for you and gives you something new to do with your embossing folders, just so that they're fun and there's more techniques than just sliding them through, which I love anyway. I have that in my Croptoberfest workshop, which you'll find a video for soon. And it's just this leaves folder. All of the folders we have released so far are fantastic. And so we just want to embrace all that can be done with them. Now we're going to fussy cut this out. I'll speed me up a little bit. Okay, now that you have all those leaves cut out, and I only cut out 3, you can cut out as many as you like because you've got a whole area. And just go ahead and match them up with the leaves that are there. Oh, this would look so pretty debossed too. Look at the veins in the back of that leaf. So pretty. And I'm using our 3D foam tape in the roll. That's 1 millimeter. So it doesn't add a lot of bulk to your album, but it adds just enough for you to see. So I'm going to put this little tiny pieces. I love using the roll because I can cut these tiny little pieces. And I get just what I need for something. Okay, so now I believe I started down at the bottom with this maple leaf. Leaves are so pretty, fall leaves, and this is just exceptional. This embossing folder. This is one of the best I've ever seen. And I've been doing this for a long time. And I just think that this is one of the prettiest. So we're going to just take that backing off the 3D foam and just go ahead and add these periodically throughout the border. And if you want, you can put a strip phrase on this too. I'll show you the photo again so that you can see. Let's get that last one off. And find this leaf on this border. And here it is. Sometimes not a whole lot is needed on a border. You can simply go with what it is. And you are trying to show off the ink and these leaves. Now on the page, I brought in some embellishments on the side that brought our attention right to those photos. That's what those embellishments are meant to do. And I created my journaling down the side. Okay, so there you go. Let me show you this a little bit lifted up, and you can see what the leaves add to that. Now, if you wanted to, you could do like a scalloped border edge or anything like that along there, just to make it a little bit more interesting. But this border speaks for itself. I hope you have a great time inking your folders, and I hope you're enjoying your Creative Memories die cutting machine. Thanks so much for tuning in today.